Question 4a, that's quite exciting, isn't it? We're integrating a modulus. I've not done that for a long time. Now we're going to need to break it up, and because we can't put the 0 in here, so we're going to go from -1 to 0 of the square root of the modulus of x, and then we're going to go from 0 to 2, integrating that bit there, the modulus of dx. And we're going to need to take these two in turn, so I'm going to call them a and b just for now as I work through it. So for a, this is the limit as t tends to 0 of the integral from -1 to t of, now, this modulus of x here, because these values are negative, that modulus is going to do some work to it. It's actually going to change the sign of them. So we're actually going to have a minus x in here as we do this. Think about this. Maybe this was a -1/2 here. Stick the -1/2 in here. It's -1/2 is a half. The modulus has done its work. So when we integrate this thing, so the power goes up by 1. We divide by that new power. Remember to also divide by the number of x's here as well. So we've got -2 coming in here. We've got -2 minus x to the power of a half between -1 and t. And again, we're doing the limit as t tends to 0 for all of that. So that gives me the limit as t tends to 0 of -2 minus t to the power of a half minus, stick a -1 in there. So -1 minus -1 is 1. 1 square rooted is 1. 1 times by 2 is 2, but it's minus, so we've got that. Now, as t tends to 0, minus t to the half tends to 0. So this thing does converge, and it converges to a total of 2. So that bit there's 2. Now I've got to do the second section as well, and this is, again, t tends to 0. This time it is a t on the bottom and a 2 on the top. This time this x here, that we had a minus x last time, well, now they're positive values, so I don't need a minus x this time. It's just x to the power of -1/2. And so I get the limit as t tends to 0 of, that's just going to be 2 root x now, isn't it? Between t and 2. The limit as t tends to 0 of 2 root 2 take away 2 root t. This bit ends up going down to 0, and so this will equal 2 root 2. The grand total for the total of the two bits is the first bit 2 plus the second bit 2 root 2. Because they both converge, we have an answer 2 root 2. 2 plus 2 root 2.